G'day guys, and welcome to what's going to be an extremely excited episode. If you've been following across the socials, a couple of weeks ago we put out a post there. We had a big black box, big question mark on it. We put out to you guys to guess what was inside. We had some absolutely crazy stuff. People think it's a big baby cot that that Michaela's pregnant. Big mattress for when I'm in trouble when we're out camping. I got to sleep outside. A big 60-inch TV, but a couple of people did guess it. But we're pretty much going to give it away right now. So we're down here at Bunbury KTM. We're picking up a brand new 2022 KTM 500 EXE. So this is absolutely extremely exciting. We've been loving having the bike on our travels, doing the Finke Desert Race. It's got us out to see some absolutely amazing stuff. So we're going to be keeping the bike on the front of the Lotus, and it's going to be a big part of our brand pushing forwards as we get ready for 2022. So I haven't even seen this thing yet. These guys have built this thing from start to finish. We've just started from scratch. We've kept the suspension off my old bike, my race suspension. Everything else is brand new. I've seen a couple little sneak peeks, but I'm extremely excited to see how this thing has come up. Let's go inside and check it out. If you're looking for a good free camp around the Perth area, maybe get stuck on a peak holiday or peak time or something, we're out in Jarrahdale. This is a good little free camp out here. It's actually quite a big space, and it's free. You can do up to 3 nights, which is pretty cool. It's a beautiful little town here. We've just been blown away by the amount of water around. Like the water's just flowing and just like so green. It's like overgrown green, but it's just it's such a it's a nice sight to see. So we're going to keep this on the back of our mind if we're going to be around this area for a while. So if we come back unbooked or around New Year's time or something, yeah, I reckon we might better sneak out here. So we're up a little bit early today, heading down. We've got an hour and a half drive down to Bunbury.
Very exciting.
Yeah, go down and see the guys there and drop the bike off, get things moving, and then back into Perth. Just giving it a last little bit of polish up. The boys in here are gonna do a fair bit of work to it. Just get it ready for sales. So probably some new tyres. The speedo cable's got to be fixed, a couple of plastics and stuff, and just really neaten it up. But yeah, I'm not gonna ride this thing anymore. This thing's got me through quite a lot actually. It just still comes up bloody amazing. It's 2018 model. It's done probably 110, 112 hours, I reckon. So quite a fair bit of work, but yeah, exciting things to come. We haven't seen a KTM dealership since we left home in Madura, so I'm excited just to go in and have a look at all the new bikes and have a bit of a suss around. So bloody exciting. We're all done here at Bunbury. The old bike's getting set up, ready for sale. These guys are just absolutely bending over backwards for us. So excited to have them part of the team. They're going to be part of travelling camps the next year, and hopefully the years to come. So might try and look at doing some more races. I'm not really sure what it's gonna look like yet, but we're done here now. We're going to go to the van park. Yeah, it's exciting to the waiting and all the stuff there, all the new bikes there in the box, all the gears there. So we've just got to get suspension sorted and freshen up and that. So hopefully the next probably 2 weeks, we'll be back here to pick up a new bike. So really excited. Morning guys. What's happening, mate?
Dream. How you guys going?
Yeah, good. Man, how are ya?
How are ya?
What's happening?
Hey, dog.
The puppy's in. Got a little something here for us.
Bike time for you.
Seen a couple of sneak photos.
Yeah, she's come up good, man. I think you'll be pretty happy with her.
Bloody oh. Oh, God.
Yeah.
How good does that look?
Yeah, she's come up good. Yeah, I think we squared away on
He's unreal.
pretty much everything.
Yeah. I got all the stickers on. God, I want to ride it.
Right?
Just hanging up on the wall. God, that looks freaking unreal, doesn't it?
Yeah, no, she's come up good, mate. Yeah,
It's all the colours, and it's just that looks freaking awesome. There's the old girl sitting here. She's all ready. Just got a couple last little things, and she's all ready to sell. So I get so attached to bikes. It's not funny, but this thing served us well. She's this bike has taken me to some absolute place I just would have dreamt of. So again, this is the longest I've ever owned a bike. She's gone through, had a desert race, and again then been on our full-time travels. So she's served me well, and hopefully going to go into a new owner. And I'm about to walk my new bike past. It feels like I'm bloody swapping girlfriends or something. It's it's quite weird, but she's in good hands there. The guys here have been absolutely amazing with getting this ready, and yeah, going to a new owner.
Looking flash.
Oh, I'm so stoked. This is absolutely unreal. All right, we're all done here at Bunbury KTM. Again, we're just absolute over the moon. So we're going to go get a bit of fuel, get a bit of food. We're going to go out to a campsite we found. There's meant to be a couple of tracks around out there. So once we get out there, we're going to set up. We're going to give you a full rundown of the bike, what we've done here. Then we're going to finally get out and ride this thing and run it in. So it's going to be an absolutely amazing afternoon coming up. So I've gone about an hour east from Bunbury, and we're out here at Logbrook Campground. It's an awesome little spot here. It goes massive site here to ourselves. It's a really, really nice spot. I've heard there's a couple of 4 drive tracks and a lot of riding just here. So that's why we brought the new girl out, and we're just absolutely stoked of it. So the guys at Bunbury KTM, we can't give them a big enough shout out. The professionalism from these guys, just the attitude of just nothing was too hard. We literally just went in there, dropped off our old bike and needed a bit of work to get sold, and just nothing was too hard. They've just sorted it out for us, got it ready to sell, got all the parts off my old bike onto this one I wanted, and we literally just drove out, come back, and this is the condition it was picked up in. So absolute massive shout out to those guys. We've never had this kind of customer service coming from anyone really, especially a motorbike shop. Like they were just absolutely top-notch service. So I'm going to give us a quick little run around the bike before we're going to get out, because I'm killing to get out for riding this thing. So again, just taking a look at it, it's just absolutely next level. So pretty much the only thing we've kept off the old bike is the suspension. So these front forks are actually off Toby Price's, everyone knows Toby Price, off his old 2014 Hatter bike. So I got these straight off the KTM team. So these forks are worth a lot to me, and they got all the Kashima coating and stuff on it. Keeps everything nice and cool. The good thing about Bunbury KTM is they've got the actual WP dealer. So WP who makes all the suspension for KTM. So in-house there, they've got a Wade in there. He's an absolute wizard, this stuff. Track Ride Suspension down here in Victoria is who does all our settings and that. And then Greeny up in Alice Springs did a bit before this, but it's mainly got the Track Ride settings in it now, and just the bike is just handling amazing. So I didn't really want to change anything there, but the fork seals are leaking from when we raced up at Port Hedland there on the motocross, and the condition they said the suspension was in, I was actually surprised we kind of did what it did. So again, just all in-house there at the back. They've got all the gear there, so they can set your bike up right from the get-go. So you can go in, get your new bike, set up to your weight, whatever ride you want to do, and yeah, it's this absolute professional level there. So fully serviced front and rear shocks are ready to go. I got the awesome sticker kit from Custom MX, so it's got the Bunbury logos on there, a couple of our sponsors on there, got our brand on there, and it just comes up so good. I just can't believe how orange this thing is. It's so new. We've kept the standard Maxxis tyres on. I'm going to do a little bit of road riding. This thing obviously is full road legal, so kept the Maxxis tyres on there. They're the ones that come with it. We do have a set of golden tyres sitting at Bunbury there, ready to go. So it's going to do a bit of road riding, wear these down, and we'll head back past there. Got some nice orange fork radiator guards on here. This is just the standard ones are plastic, and out in this sort of rocky, sticky country. On my last brand new bike, the first ride I went with, I destroyed my radiator from a stick going through it. So I always get these Force ones. Just look absolutely mint, and they're nice and strong. The guys have put some fuel mapping in this. Usually we use Rex from Fuel Talk, and look down the track whether we do that, I'm not too sure. But again, in-house, so these things do come out quite lean, especially if you're going to be doing the desert stuff. And yeah, these guys put the mapping there I need for the desert. So again, I didn't have to buy ripping the ECU out and send it to Queensland and back. So again, that was really, really handy. You can literally get a full race bike no matter what you're going to be doing in-house for these guys. So the ECU's been done, which is awesome. Brand new set of flex bars. I love these bars. They have the cushion in there, so really what it does is really takes the first little hit away, so the bars actually flex. And with this big dampening system we got underneath these brackets here, Brundby chucked them in there, and yeah, this together, especially for the Fink track and that, is going to be absolutely next level. Gone with our full FMF exhaust system. These things just look friggin' amazing, especially when they're brand new. I don't want to put an ounce of mud on this thing. Again, it sounds amazing, gives it a lot more power, really opens everything up. Got the steg pegs on here. These are a must for the desert sort of riding that we do. Pretty much they're made for those that know, just for locking your legs in, and it takes a lot of pressure off your hands when you're riding, especially standing up down the track. So I've been relying on them doing the desert riding for so long. I'll rely on that all the time. The track shock in the back of these things. I've had this in my bike since 2017 for the desert setup. These things are just absolutely unreal. Especially when you go over the whoops, it's got a Trax mechanism that literally just pushes the shock and the tire back down onto the ground straight away. So literally, I trust this thing on my life. Like when you go on these speeds, 160, 170 down fence lines and stuff, you need to trust your bike. Got some swing arm protectors on here. This is just protects it. Looks nice. Adds a bit of black there as well. So it just looks really bling. Got the number plate on here. So it registers this thing over here. So we've got 12 months rego. Again, so we can ride out in places like this, which we're about to shortly. Put some little indicators on here. There's little teardrop ones. This looks nice and good. With the big standard ones, I kept them on the front here. Once you leave it on the back, just the muffler melts it. They break off. Same with the number plate. It's just you try and do your best you can to keep everything legal, but it is hard when you're out doing these sort of tracks. Alright, coming around the other side now, we went for the brand new chain and sprockets. Again, these things look tough and they are tough. So the standard stuff is really good, but again, with the desert stuff that we do, we just want to have that strength. Usually I run the standard sprockets and just wear them out, but we thought just we'd be going out quite remote pretty early on, so I wanted to have all the good gear on there. So 1449 gearing is what I run. It just seems to be a good, for road, desert, tight stuff. These 500s, you can really sort of lug them around, which makes my job nice and easy. Again, look at the steg pegs this side. These little rubber grommets in here are custom made from Desert Edge up in Alice Springs, which actually don't exist anymore. So I've kept them off on my old bike as well. So I like my steg pegs nice and wide. These foot pegs down here, these again desert pegs as well. I use these. This is actually off the Simford Husqvarna team. They get them custom made. Again, they're a little bit wider. Got the big stegs on there, so it gives nice and grippy on your boots, and a little bit wider for the desert stuff. Got a funnel web air filter in here. Again, this is just a bit different to the genuine ones. I just found with doing hatter and stuff, if you're in sand and dust for a long amount of time, you get a lot more out of it, a lot more protection for the bike there. So again, we got our sponsors that on here. We got some Fox racing gear coming very, very soon, so that's going to be really exciting. We're decking ourselves out head to toe, so we're literally going to be looking like an absolute factory rider. So yeah, another bit of a look at the bars and that here. This is I really love this setup. I've got the steering dampener under there. This steering dampener is for sort of your high speed stuff. It just stops the front shaking around. If you did hit a big rock or something, it's got a few different modes in there. If you hit a big rock, it'll sort of bring the handlebars back into line. So this stuff is absolutely crucial. Again, this is another thing it's really a life-saving thing when you're going to them sort of high speeds and that. Between your suspension, your steering dampener, and how your bike is set up, again, it's literally life or death situations. You need to be able to trust this stuff. All right, the time is finally here. It's really important to run these things. I'm going to do about sort of 100 Ks. It's just got sort of run-in oil, they call it at the moment. I'm going to do about 100 Ks, just about getting everything nice and warm, let it cool down. And then, once we're back in town, we'll dump the oil in that, put fresh oil in, and she's ready to go. All right, the time is finally friggin' here. I'm going out in the arvo. I've got some sunlight left. I'm going to go for a spin, enjoy this, come back, snap a Jack Daniels, and just sit back and stare at this thing with a little bit of dust on it. All right, let's do it. All right, before I head out, I thought this would be the perfect time to introduce a new product we just got from these guys from GME. Now, this is something we've been gonna have for a long time. We've been talking about, and we just haven't. We're actually quite guilty that we should have. This should be on our travels, especially the places we've gone across the Gib, even stuff we did at Fink, all that stuff. I go a lot of places solo. I'm by myself on the bike a lot. So what this thing is called a PLB. So it's a personal locator beacon. So what this is if you do find yourself in a extremely near-death situation, in the middle of nowhere, bike broken down, if I'm 200 k's and someone, no reception, I have no water, no food or whatever, and I'm extremely stuck, all I gotta do is flip this thing open, hold down the button, and then within 60 seconds it's located satellites and emergency services in contact with my location and someone's on their way. So this is a massive peace of mind knowing we have this. It's always going to be in the car for every single trip we do, and for this I chuck in my camel pack. So I also take some tools in there, a lot of water, a bit of food, again, because all it can take is a slight bike malfunction, run out of fuel. If you're somewhere with no reception and you're out in this thick bush, things can turn south pretty quickly. So again, this is really good. We still need to get a sat phone, something else we haven't got at the moment, which we are going to get while around the Perth area. And then it's all just, from there we should feel pretty confident, and it'll be a bit of weight of our shoulders now we've got this gear with us. Just to give the bike a bit of a chance just to cool down. I've only sort of done maybe probably 10-15 k's on, just find all these little random trails here. There just seems to be tracks just everywhere, but just the bike is just so freaking comfy. I've never gone on a bike and just been so comfortable, like even just where they've put the handlebar position and just everything that usually takes you quite a few rides, and you're putting bars and levers here and there. It just feels really, really, really comfortable. It just feels like off my old bike, but it's a lot more easier and nimble to sort of throw around. That's what I think the biggest difference between the older model and this one. So about to jump back on now and just keep finding a couple of trails. I'm going to try and get out and explore. It's pretty late in the afternoon here, so I'll do a little bit more now, and then I'm going to head out for a more decent ride tomorrow. Definitely come back here tomorrow in the patrol. Wow, this is Harvey Dam. What a spot! Have a look at this for a spot. This is Harvey Dam. It looks like it's very, very, very full. This is a 4 drive track that comes down and straight into it here. So we've got into the real nice pine forest country now. So this is definitely going to be a spot that we're gonna bring the car back. There's a lot of 4 drive tracks and that. So looks like there's a little bit over there where you can cross over. This country down here is just freaking unbelievable. Stuck. Oh. Oh, please don't scratch it. Oh no. Oh no. Well, there's my first crash out of the way. Oh, that track turned very nice. This looks like it's been ridden in a while. It's quite steep down there. Got up the top and just got caught in this bit of rocky stuff there and friggin' dropped it. I've gone and put me pants down here. I've gone and hit me new friggin' exhaust. It's so bloody shiny. It's got a little bit of like leather's burnt on there, so hopefully I'll be able to get that off. Yeah, this is why I stick to the desert. I love this stuff, but God, it's so easy for you to bloody, you just drop it on a rock and you just destroy your bike. But down this southway is what it's all about, so I need to bloody start getting good at it.
Josh is just rolling back in now, so let's see how he went. Very exciting. How was that?
Awesome. I did nearly 70 Ks and I crashed it.
What?
I come off down a hill.
No!
I put a bit of a scratch on the exhaust pipe, but there's some gnarly tracks out there. I just went and took some random tracks and yeah, sort of end up in a little bit of trouble. The bike is friggin' unreal though. Like it's the best bike I've ever had. Like the way it's set up, and I think I hit me. I got something there on my fat.
Oh, you got a big scratch. Yeah.
I sort of come up a hill and got caught on rocks and that, and then come off it, and then yeah, I got a little bit of mark on it, but that's right. I'm not the best at riding this sort of stuff out here, but found some good forward drive tracks, so we're going to be in for a good day tomorrow, I reckon. That's gonna. Oh, George is keen. That's gonna wrap up today. Now I need to just enjoy this, and you gotta get some firewood. There's plenty of places you can get wood out there, and come back and have a fire. But I'm stoked with this thing. Once I get my other golden tyres on, these are just road tyres, so they're a little bit trashy. But just put them on just to destroy them. But this thing's unreal.
We have come out for a bit of a drive today. After Josh went out on his brand new bike yesterday, so now I get to have some fun. It's been a bit of a scenic drive so far, just on gravel roads pretty much. There's just tracks that go everywhere around here, so we found one. I'm gonna take it. I think Josh said he came up on his bike here yesterday, so must be pretty good.
Alright, of course I couldn't help myself, so we've come out in the patrol. We've been driving for about an hour just having a look around here. Just the country out here is so nice. We've actually ended up at that track yesterday where I said we're going to come back. We've actually led around to here, so shouldn't be too bad. It's just quite some deep ruts and that, but should be no dramas. Well, there's definitely no shortage of tracks out here. We've come across quite a lot. This one here doesn't look too bad, but there's a couple of big rocks just there and there that's just got panel damage written all over it, and it is quite steep. It's got to remember we are out here by ourselves, but we're coming across all the tracks now, so we're going to loop back around, see if we can find one that's just maybe a little bit more panel friendly. Check out this spot here we've pulled up to have a little bit of smoke. We've got this amazing dam out here, and we've got all the pine trees in the background. It's just, the country out here is just friggin' amazing. It's pretty cool. We come down this track to get in. The only way to sort of looks like it's getting out is all full drive tracks to get back up. We used to go back along the water here, which you could drive through it. So this must be very full at the moment, this dam. I'm not sure if it's Harvey Dam or not. We're a little bit away from it now, so I'm not actually too sure what this one is, but got some good tracks to get up out of here. So we sort of tactically planned that, so it shouldn't be too bad, but there is pretty steep and pretty gnarly. All right, so I got my tyres. I sort of started the day at 25, but obviously the day's gone on. They heat up to around that sort of 28 mark, so I was going to let them down, but it's just this last little bit, so it is pretty slippery, but I'm hoping it should be all right. Famous last words. Hey! Oh, that was sick.